Am I the asshole for telling my dad and his new wife to get their own place? My dad, Patrick M66, divorced my mom, Kathleen F61, when I finished high school. They had not been working for a long time. He remarried last year to a woman, Shelley 54F. She has 3 kids, Jacob M32, Amelia F29, and Alex M29. They're twins. My brothers and I didn't really interact with them. However, at the beginning of last year, I inherited my grandfather's estate and got to move into an amazing house. My dad was the one who was supposed to inherit it, but my grandfather was a petty person and gave it to me. I have been in the house since November 18th and have had very few visitors. It was mostly contractors to fix up the home and to build a large fence and refurbish the barn. I was feeling really good about my decorations and how it was a really nice home for the holidays. My brothers Damien M36 and his wife Nadine F32, Lachlan 30M with his partner David 29M and Marianne 33F, and my younger brother Matthew 24M were over to look at the renovations and to plan the holidays when my dad arrived with his new wife. I was happy to see them, but I was also busy with other things, so I told them that they could look around and that I would catch up with them later. Both my dad and stepmom were commenting about how nice the house was and how they had eons realized that it was that big. I just smiled and nodded because I was in the middle of texting. A little while later, my dad stopped me and asked if we could talk. I told him that I was busy and would rather text. He got really angry and started yelling at me about being rude and disrespectful. I told him that he was being rude and disrespectful by barging into my home unannounced, and that if he had texted, I would have been free to talk. Then my stepmom started yelling that I was being ungrateful to her, and that she could unbelieve that I would yell at her husband like that. And then my dad started yelling again, saying that I shouldn't have yelled at him, and that I should be grateful that he even acknowledged me. I told him that I don't need his pity, and that if they wanted to come over, they needed to ask first and then act like I actually wanted to see them. Then they all left. I know that this is probably a stupid thing to do, but I sent my dad a text saying that if they want to come over, they need to get their own place. I don't want to have to worry about having to entertain them or clean or anything like that. Can I say that?